Not close enough. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I want to also thank you for the work done by this committee and the staff, the leadership you've shown, Mr. Chairman, in also leading the Republican Party for the pathway forward to get us to fiscal stability as a country. We all know the current spending path for our nation is simply unsustainable. Our national debt's grown to $33 trillion. That's $100,000 per American citizen with 330 million Americans. It's nearly 30% larger than the entire U.S. economy. We haven't had that since World War II. At the same time, Americans continue to feel the strain of the longest sustained period of excessive, reckless borrowing, spending, and deficit growth in American history. And they're being crushed by the resulting inflation and interest rate increases. The Democrats and the Biden administration are clearly not up to the task, but rather seem to be addicted to the out-of-control spending, bureaucratic tyranny, and taxation that has caused Biden inflation to run rampant. And they seem to be oblivious to the harm caused to the American people. But this Congress, this Republican-controlled Budget Committee, is trying to use our majority in the House to chart a path toward righting the fiscal ship. We need effective leadership and a willingness to enact true reforms for this to occur. This budget from Chairman Arrington balances the budget in 10 years and implements many conservative policies to stop the out-of-control spending and start solving the problem for the American people of today and of tomorrow. So we must pass this budget in order to deliver on the commitment the Republican conference and Speaker McCarthy agreed to, resetting spending levels to fiscal 22 and implementing conservative policy reforms. By passing this budget with strict spending levels for the next 10 years, we provide the roadmap for the future Congresses and administrations with the hope and expectation they will be held to the standards set forth in this budget. Passing this budget is a good faith agreement that Congress is committed to balancing the budget in 10 years and achieving $16 trillion in deficit reduction over 10 years and implementing the conservative policies that the voters sent us here to accomplish with the Republican majority. The budget includes several of the measures we promised the American people we'd pursue. The REINS Act, which would stop the Biden administration's rulemaking spree that consists of 850 executive actions totaling $1.5 trillion since he took office. It includes the Limit Save Growth spending levels. It includes the Lower Energy Costs Act to restore American energy independence. The president's budget request, on the other hand, was going to result, it has been soundly rejected by this Republican Congress, but it would result in $82 trillion in spending over 10 years and $65 trillion in taxes over the same period and plunge our nation $19 trillion higher into debt. The president's plan is not in America's interest, and thankfully we have this budget instead. I support it, and I urge my colleagues to do the same, and I yield back.